this sevenfold prayer. We go to Bodh Gaya, people rise early about 3:30 in the morning, and now they are doing prostration. They are doing prostration nearly 1,000 for up to 3 hours. And then they have a rest in the morning. So paying homage is a very powerful, effective remedy for your pride and arrogance. People unashamedly show disrespectful to your parents by way of your body language or language you use. But these are heavy karma towards our against parents if we haven't shown them respectfully. We probably are treating them with contempt. It's a very heavy karma. It's almost like committing homicide. So therefore, don't kill the heart. Don't snub off your parents' wishes. So that's why when you take refuge and make confession and rejoice in the merits of others, these are very, very incredibly pertinent practices in everyday person, let alone people who believe in Buddhism. So do the sevenfold prayer 3 times wholeheartedly, confession, rejoicing on the merits of others, resolute to take ultimate bodhicitta, taking refuge, generation wishing bodhicitta, and engaging in bodhicitta. So these are all activities you will do by repeating these 3 times. These sevenfold prayer verses came from Vajrapanjara Tantra, which is slightly different from the Samandabhadra prayer found in Samandabhadra's prayer, because Samandabhadra prayer is more like sutric prayer, a prayer that is more appropriate to do in front of in terms of Nirmanakaya, whereas the sevenfold prayer that is in the sadhana, being tantric, it's probably is a kind of sevenfold prayer that you only perform in the presence of the Sambhogakaya. With Sambhogakaya, they are always teaching they never pass away in nirvana, so therefore you don't have to address those things. But here it is the sevenfold prayer done in the presence of the Nirmanakaya. So whether the Tara is a Nirmanakaya or what is, of course, can be questioned. I thought Tara was in a Sambhogakaya form. But nevertheless, here one does this sevenfold prayer 3 times. So accumulation of merit is done by paying homage, making offerings, taking refuge in the Triple Gem, and rejoicing, generation bodhicitta, and doing the sevenfold prayer. And so that concludes accumulation merit in relation to holy beings. Second is accumulation done in relation to ordinary sentient beings by meditating on the 4 immeasurables. What are the 4 immeasurables? Immeasurable loving kindness, immeasurable compassion, joyfulness, equanimity. But even though it's very important to do loving kindness, we cannot feel that loving kindness to all beings. What do I do? That's the reason. Therefore, you need to upgrade your ability to reach your loving kindness towards others as high as what is required. So that's why we need to increase the range of loving kindness. May all beings have compassion, may have happiness, a cause of happiness. And so this is not against or some culture, some ritual. Seems this for all sentient beings. May all sentient beings, not just those in the human realm, but in lower realms. Not just the whole lower realm in human. Even those devas who are still subjected to fall in the samsara due to their wrong views. So therefore, you're dedicating this incredible in the presence of Tara. Before you do the Tara sadhana, you just can develop this incredible, renew your refuge, bodhicitta, and sevenfold prayer, and now meditating on the 4 immeasurables. So immeasurable loving kindness is may all beings have happiness, cause of happiness. Immeasurable compassion is may they be free from suffering and the cause of suffering. Compassion is when you feel somebody is in trouble, you feel the empathy and you wish you could do to relieve their sufferings. Yeah, so that kind of joy in serving others wholeheartedly is incredible merit. So may they be free from suffering, and the cause of suffering is mainly compassion. May they never part from happiness that no suffering is a joyfulness. May they dwell in equanimity, free from attachment. Sorrow is equanimity. So with this in mind, you recite the 4 immeasurable prayer also 3 times. Meditate on how to increase your range to meditate on all those helpless human beings. So that concludes the accumulation merit and the preliminary. Now to do the accumulation of wisdom, you have to dissolve yourself into emptiness. Contemplate that all phenomena that appear and exist in both samsara and nirvana are empty of their own nature, and then recite Om Swabhava Shuddho Sarva Dharma Swabhava Shuddho Ahang. So that's the mantra of purification. As soon as you recite the mantra, it purifies your mind, because it's out of emptiness, and all of a sudden there is a lotus and sun disk. From the syllable sa, there appears a red tara with 1 face and 4 arms. Your first 2 hands are palm together, held on the crown of your head, and my second pair of hands hold a sword by right and branch of Ashoka tree on your left. They're standing up position, and so first you visualize that, and then you bless your 6 sense organs and 3 doors, and that is white syllable white Om Tare Swaha on the eyes to represent eyes. Then on the ears you visualize blue as Om Ture Om Tutare Soha on your ears. Then on the nose you visualize yellow Om Ture Soha. On your tongue you visualize you visualize red Om Tu Soha on your tongue, and then in your heart you visualize blue Om Ture Soha, and then on the crown you visualize Om Tareni Soha crown, as well as on your forehead, throat, and heart. You visualize these things. Visualize these things in your heart chakra, and as light radiates from the syllable Hung in your heart, it invokes all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas in the form of the removal of your red tara, and you recite that Om Vajrasaman Za, and then you do the invocation gesture of Za, Hung, Vam, Ho. So Za is the hook of the is the mudra of hook. Firstly you hook, and then you put Za Hung. Hung is a lasso, you rope. And the third is Vam, and you do the chain gesture, chain. So hook, rope, chain, and then the last one is Ho. So that is a Ho gesture. So when you do this Za Hung Vam Ho, you invoke the wisdom being Tara, and so wisdom being is called Jnana Sattva. Yourself as a practitioner is Samaya Sattva. So the Jnana Sattva absorbs into you wholeheartedly, and then again you visualize. You invoke the 5 Tathagatas. 5 empowerment deities are then invoked in the space. But once again, the mantra, Om Vajrasaman, mudra, the snapping of the hands and the crossing of the heart, and visualizing the unveiling, and then all the empowerment deities arrive. Then until the empowerment deities arrive, you first supplicate, make a request, why you have called them for. May all the Tathagatas bestow empowerment upon me. So you as a Tara is requesting that the Tathagata give empowerment. By praying thus, by praying like this, then they say, just like when the Buddha was born, just like the Buddha was born in Lumbini, not far from Kapilavastu, his body was bathed by the gods. When the Buddha was born, all the gods offered him clothes. Though through this water, pure and divine, may I, Tathagata, bathe you. So just like the Buddha was born and was bathed, so also here I'm pouring this water over you, divine pure water, so that I am inviting you or honoring you arrival in the world, so to speak. So with this 4-line mantra, and then Om Sarvat Tathagata Abhishekata Samashire Om means hail to all the Tathagatas who possess power and ability to give empowerment, like a child who is going to coronate it to become next prince. Here, one is requesting him to take that very role. Saying thus, the embodiments are bestowed, meaning, as you said thus, the Tara together with the with the entourage, then pour holy water. Bestow the holy water from the vase, and your body is completely filled from the top to toe. Everywhere you feel pulsated and torrent washed. All your negative karma and afflictions are all purified, and the remaining water overflows from your crown. Instead of letting that water drip, it instantly transforms into Amoga Siddhi, the green Buddha, because that's what this Tara is embodiment of. So now, having finished the Tara self-generating Tara with these procedures, now you're going to recite the praise and then the supplication and then the mantra. The praise is I bow to the great rejoicing one. This is in the Tara, the praise to 21 Taras, and there are one verse to each Tara. So this is the Tara. I bow to greatly rejoice one, about whose head is adorned by ornamented rosy of dazzling lights with laughing heart. And so this Tara is the actual praise. And then to do the recitation mantra while focusing on the seed syllable Sa, surrounded by Om Tare Tu Tare Tu Soha on the main disc in my heart. And so this is all happening at the heart chakra. And then you need to recite the mantra Om Tare Tu Tare Tu Soha 108 times. Or on top of that, you can visualize, recite Om Tare Tu Ture, Sarva Mara Pramadane Swaha. Tare Tu Tare Ture, you know. Sarva means all, Mara means death, Pramadane means the remover, Swaha means so be it. So this is a particular mantra recitation to remove your sorrow. And after that, then you make a supplication, Oh Bhagavati, please bestow the common and uncommon attainment upon myself. So this is supplicating to Tara. Common means mundane, worldly cities. Uncommon is attainment of Tarahood. So with this in mind, you repeat, you supplicate. After the supplicate, you then conclude. Light rays issue from your heart, causing the lotus and the sun disk upon which one sits into light, and then to be absorbed into oneself. So then you don't do the dissolution of yourself, Tara, everything dissolves into you and you become Tara, and that's it. And then you do the dedication of merits. And by merit of this, may I accomplish quickly the stage of Aryatara, so that I may place upon his stage all living beings without exception. So that's a standard dedication of merits. So with this, we have concluded the oral transmission, Lung, and as well as the teaching on the sadhana. And the sadhana is, one thing is sadhana is sitting on the cushion and reading through like that. Another is just being Tara and carrying out at the school, volunteers cafe or whatever it is, local libraries, you're doing things, or you're helping to mind some elderly people. Whatever you're doing, you should do them with that. All sentient beings are the actual teachers of the Dharma. So we should do the sadhana not only on the cushion, but sadhana at work, sadhana at very awkward places. Doesn't mean you have to start all over here like that. You instantly think you are Tara, and you will look at the sentient beings and their situation with great care and dignity and decency, instead of being very puritanical and very condemning of others. So one should be very kind, because Tara is a symbol of kindness and a mother of all sentient beings. So we too have to emulate her selfless generosity, kindness, and vision that she has. So you may remember the Tara, you may know the visualization very well, but that's really neither here nor there if you don't develop those qualities. So those qualities, we can only develop with like-minded students coming to the class together, or whatever you do things together. You can be part of a big picture, even though what you do is small, but still you know that you have contributed a little bit of time. So we need to practice the Tara-like qualities, Tara-like selflessness, Tara-like bodhicitta, Tara-like a skillful means, being able to have the command and confidence to guide sentient beings. So we need to emulate what are the qualities of Tara. We might have statues, you might have books to read, chant them, but they don't necessarily transform you. Your transformation comes from metacognitive ability to recognize your mind and your thoughts, and how to mind your thoughts becoming words and deeds. And that's a real removal of sorrow, that you will not even create the sorrow, let alone having to remove. Of course, if you accidentally find some sorrows or something, you can purify them. But otherwise, you're not free to create any negative karma. So you should rejoice. If every morning to every night, however the day felt like, others might have reacted to you or something, or the day was very blissful and peaceful, there was nothing whatsoever. So whatever it is, you need to think of the Lord of Amitabha, or the Lord of Amoghasiddhi, the green Buddha on top of your head, who is touching your crown and sealing you to hold these precepts without squandering or wasting it away. So with this in mind, now we have concluded the Retara Sadhana as well as short commentary. So I believe that most of you have just received the empowerment and also a copy of the sadhana. If you have the copy of sadhana, then of course they will be downloadable, I'm told, on your machine from the Zoom chat. So have a look there, and you will find them, and hopefully you will all maintain your good friendship in Dharma. By participating in the empowerment from many countries, and many hundreds of you attending this together. And so I like to thank the Sakya friends and all the translators. So let's now do the dedication of merits from this session tonight. Dadeva Penzage Homneze Mehalevere Abim the Oceana Patadesenede Erenda Mahayana Diji Vadeva Merera Hevaga Mehobe Because the levels to the Mayana Digi Courage Manjushrenu Azama Tabadra de Lawa follow it. Oh, the da prajavyo hendene teba veranayaraza where has been made freely without generation. Okay, everyone. Thank you very much for being so diligent and helpful to each other by receiving this empowerment online with so many people, and we especially thank our friends, translators. Some are maybe new, but there are also some who have been doing for several months, several years. I can recognize them. Thank you very much, Jose. Thank you, Jessica, Leonardo, as well as all the others who have joined us. Take care. See you next time.
Dear friends, on behalf of Sakya Friends, I would like to express our gratitude to our spiritual mentor, Lama Choedak Rинбүүчийн, for today's Red Tara empowerment, as well as the precious explanation of the sadhana and giving us the lung for the practice. Many thanks to all the translators who translated today on Zoom in 11 languages. Thank you everyone, and see you again at the same time in the same Sakya Friends Zoom on Saturday, the 29th of August, when Rinpoche will give the next Tara empowerment for the 11th Tara in the 21 Taras of Suryagupta. Thank you so much everyone. Thank you so much, dear Rinpoche.